Welcome to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. And yesterday I could not produce any video because I came all the way from Vihiga via Kakamega, then I came to Nairobi, I came to Kisumu, currently in Kisumu, but arrived a little bit late. But however, in this video I went just to explain or to do an analysis about why the Vihiga County, home to Musalia Mudavadi, is a bit slippery on his end. And in my tour, I really gathered a lot about Vihiga politics. This will be very interesting because Musalia Mudavadi's home county, I think in 2013 when Mudavadi vied for presidency, yes, he got more votes than Raila when himself he was on ballot, but this time round William Ruto is the person on ballot and is banking on him for the presidential vote. So how exactly was this going to play out? I managed to visit the areas coming all the way from Luanda. I went to Mhaya, Hamisi, Sabatia, took the Mudete route all the way to Musalia Mudavadi's village, and also held some interviews with a group of some people there from that region, and there is a good explainer to what exactly is happening. Vihiga County has many constituencies, and something that I pointed out was the two big sub-tribes of Bunyore and Maragoli. We are going to look at that because that is also one of the elements that is coming out. I also wanted to point out whether Musalia Mudavadi would be the next kingpin in observation, just through the eye of the residents of Vihiga County, who are where he was actually born. Now let me tell you something. One thing I noticed is that despite of a cry that the roads there is poor road network, but I think Vihiga is not way behind. It's fairly a middle economy, not doing badly, a very green county. I can tell you it's quite an amazing place to go to. I went to Kigoni, then through Kigoni went all the way to Eregi. So through the Eregi junction is where you connect directly to Sabatia. Then I had to come back to pick the Mumias way so that I could make my way to Kakamega through the Ikolomani area. I also had a stop over there. So guys, what exactly is happening in Vihiga? And do you think Musalia Mudavadi will manage to convince even his home county to vote for Deputy President William Samoei Ruto? That will be the gist of this video. And of course I have a couple of videos, and this analysis will be more of what the people are saying, not hearsay, or what I think is happening on ground. Kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and also like our video. When you like our video, through that you are promoting this channel. I want to make it clear here that the UDA team bulldozed ANC, and someone would expect that Musalia Mudavadi, by the virtue of him coming from Vihiga, the ANC party should be very strong in Vihiga. I don't get it how ANC or Musalia Mudavadi will be in a position to make all good shots from in Kakamega and the rest of the western counties if from home things are not right. And I was shocked to realize that UDA zoned Luanda constituency, and in Luanda ANC do not have a candidate, an MP candidate. So I'll play you a video of a guy I just captured just about on this. What is happening in Luanda which is one of the constituencies of one of the dense populations, dense areas in Vihiga. Actually, it's a town there on your way, ni junction ya Kisumu, Busia and the Sia area, but tukiingia unaingia side ya Muhaya na Hamisi. So that area, the ODM candidate Chris Umulele is facing stiff competition, a two-horse race between him and DAPK candidate known as Dickson Oyugi Maungu. But there is no ANC candidate, and if indeed is there, then is the most underground candidate. I'm also giving a window for someone to challenge that fact, because I pointed out one aspirant known as Otingo. Now that is the UDA candidate for AMP there, for MP. And hata ukiwa kwa barabara, if people have used that route, utaona he has a big billboard there. It's only one. And I think the issue of zoning some of the counties in Vihiga is one thing that is causing the issue. Because look at here, William Ruto, Mudavadi was complaining that in Sabatia UDA had a candidate. So it is not just even Sabatia. Even in Luanda, UDA has a candidate and ANC don't have a candidate. What exactly happened? Because I want to believe that if it's about hostility, then the UDA candidate stands a better chance than even the rest. Now, listen to how this guy, there is a video here. I wanted to listen to how this guy struggled to even figure out the ANC MP candidate.
Najua Atingo
Niwa UDA ama
UDA kwa UDA
na ANC ina MP candidate hapa.
Candidate wa sijamfahamu vizuri, lakini sijui kama yuko.
Na wa ODM
wako.
ODM na party gani?
ODM wako wawili.
ODM wako MP wawili?
Wako wawili.
Umulele na Maungu si ni DAPK?
Ni Umulele ndiye kwa ODM.
Now, that is the dynamics of politics in Rwanda and in Vihiga. Now, when I moved a bit inside, I realized there is a big split between Maragoli and Bunyore. Now, Bunyore are, according to what I gathered, Bunyore are the dominant sub-tribe in the other side of Luanda and the Muhaya. But the other side of Sabatia, I think it's Hamisi, it's Hamisi, Mbale, Majengo, Sabatia, mostly is inhabited by Maragolis. So where Raila gets more support and where Vihiga is normally actually divided is probably because of that. And someone really tried to explain this well. They are Triki, Bunyore, Maragoli, and another sub-tribe. Now I wanted to listen to this guy breaking it out on the sub-tribes.
Wakati nani alikuwa amesimama Marende, akaambiwa ukisimama utaharibiwa Otikilo kwa sababu Otikilo ni
Munyore, na wewe ni Munyore tena.
Wakaambia Kaniri wewe simama Tiriki, ndiposa hata Maragoli akisimama akitaka ugaba na asipate. Kwa sababu za Tiriki zitakuwa zimeenda na za Bunyore zitakuwa ni kama zimeshikana. Akatoa Marende akamwahidi atapewa nini? Kiti kubwa kule Senate. Sasa kitu kama hiyo ndiyo inatuua hata Western. Wakati inafika huyu si ni Maragoli za tribe, wanaenda wanasimamisha mwingine tuseme Marama huko. Sasa hiyo inaharibu
Wanyore ndio wamekaa na Wanyore.
Tena Wanyore wengi
hata kijana wanaongea huko.
Nini zao tu, nini culture zao ni yote ya Luanda ukienda. Kuanzia hapo kwa kina nani tu hapa kwa kina
Atuli. Atuli anatoka Bunyore?
Ni Kuisero, lakini hiyo nini yote wanaongea Kijaluo tu wote.
Hao tu
huyu hata ukiona ninasoma kwa Raila huyu. Ni hapa Marama.
Ndio unaona wana support nani?
Raila. Wanaongea Kijaluo. So Mnyore ni mwingi na anajua Kijaluo. Na ndio maana unaona hivi. Hiyo ndio inakuua kabisa.
It is for the same reason why Raila Odinga fixed the Kirinyaga matrix, the Vihiga matrix, and most probably the ODM candidate Wilberforce Otichilo would win against Alfred Agoi, who is the ANC candidate. By the ANC candidate is Alfred Agoi, and this guy is vying for governor. However, the wave, when you talk to people, even people who are supporting UDA, they are supporting UDA, but they're not supporting ANC candidate. And so when you ask, you say you're supporting William Ruto, but why don't you support ANC back home? They are feeling that ANC has lost the grip in the community. Now, I want us to look at the other aspect that also played out critically. I have never known until I went to Vihiga that there is also tea farming. That tea farming is one of the household economic activity of Vihiga. By the way, apart from Kericho, I always knew Kisii. I know Kisii, some parts of Kisii and Kericho, and by the way, I'll also find time to go to Kisii and find out something about Kisii. Now, in Vihiga, there is tea farming, and it's one of the most promising economic activity, household economy for the people that are living there. And I realized, if you look at the video that is playing the screen, this video I captured, because whenever I was going through Bodaso, niliingiza huko kwa uzo to Chumsa, the villages, then I realized one. So when I was asking what about it, I found out they're doing tea farming. So the tea farming is also very contentious. It's very contentious because the residents of that area, they feel that Musalia Mudavadi was once a stakeholder, because Musalia Mudavadi was once involved in that farming, but to some reason he has let them down. So I can tell you this, and I wish aspirants from Vihiga are watching this video, they should point out on something about the tea farming. And we look at it, the reason why Musalia Mudavadi is facing a strong protest for about the coffee, about the tea farming, is for the ones I agreed, and I'm going to play for you a video here. For the ones I talked to, they're saying that despite the fact that Musalia Mudavadi works with William Ruto and is close to Mount Kenya, you will see the politicians from central Kenya, especially Rigathi Gachagua, agitating for the rights of tea farmers there. And there have been a lot of task force, even the national government, that have been going on. But despite the fact that Musalia Mudavadi sits in those tables, he has sat in the same table with William Ruto, with President Uhuru Kenyatta, but he has given that issue of the tea a blind eye. But at the same time, he's in the same rallies when Central Kenya team are pushing for BAT. So I wanted to get how exactly this guy was breaking down, and I can tell you for without doubt that the issue of tea in Vihiga is something that the politicians around that place needs to take care of, because it's not only affecting Musalia Mudavadi. If you listen, they are saying not even the MP, not even the MCA, not even the governor is talking about it.
Alikuwa amepanda majani mingi sana Musalia mwenyewe. Lakini ukienda saizi Musalia hajali mambo na majani, maana hiyo majani yote amekodishia mtu wanachuna. Na ndio wanaongea tukataa. Na nilikwambia wanasiasa ni waongo. Hata Kenya Kwanza ikija ama Azimio, hawa watu ni waongo. Hakuna kitu ambacho wanasaidia mkulima wa kawaida. Maana kama Musalia angekuwa pale asema hata mimi ni mkulima mkubwa, niko na majani pale, na mimi mwenyewe ninaona ile hali ya wale wakulima ambao wanapitia hali, yeye alichukua majani akakodisha. Na ili hali ukienda pale Mdete, kiwanda kiko karibu na kina Musalia mwenyewe. So tunaona kwamba vile mwenzangu amesema, mkulima wa majani chai tumefikishwa chini na tumefinyiliwa. Sasa inakuwa wala mameneja wenye wako Mdete, hao ndio tabiti wapatie majani yetu wapeleke kwa soko, watutafutie mtu wa kununua, chenye watauza. Sisi hatujui ni pesa ngapi watakuwa wameuza zile pesa. Ndio wakishatoa vitu zao ndio watupatie kile kidogo ambacho tuko nacho.
So sikia kwa radio tunasikia wakitangaza ama wakisema zao liuzikwa vizuri,
lakini uongozi
na lakini ikifikia kwa nini yetu hapa chini,
hatuna mtetezi, hatuna mtetezi
pesa. Na lakini ukitazama Nyeri unasikia wamepata pesa vizuri,
mtetezi. So shida
monthly hiyo tu ya monthly
Uongozi.
ni kawaida shilingi 20 kawaida, si ndio?
Hiyo
Kwa kilo.
kilo moja ni 20
kwa kilo kwa mwezi. Na lakini ikifikia
kwa mwezi,
yani areas unasikia Nyeri wamepata kitita,
nasikia wakisi wamelipa pesa fulani.
That explains as to why Mudavadi, and I even went to that Mudete. That Mudete company. There is only one company there, and according to them, they are feeling like the prices that they're being given, that they are given, are not the best, or they're not getting the best out of the tea. You could even hear some of them saying that they want hata hiyo kampuni ya Mudete ianguke vile hizo zingine zilianguka. So this is something that I think just opening up the fact that now I went to the ground, I think someone should grasp something. And an MCA MP that is talking about when you want to reach to the hearts of people, you can talk about the tea. It's a very clear opener. But the question of Mudavadi becoming the kingpin of Western region still remains open. And I tried to ask more about this. There is a hand that is blaming Francis Atwoli. There is a hand that is also blaming the many sub-tribes in the Luya nation. However, this mzee here, there is another mzee who was telling me that the demeanor of Maragoli, the personality of Maragoli, because Musalia Mudavadi is a Maragoli, maybe that is what makes people look at him and be like it's not. And I am saying this. I talked to people the same question I talked to people I asked people in Luanda. I was in Chevakali, even in Majengo on my way back to Kisumu, not in Majengo, in Mbale, somewhere there. And I kept on asking guys, do you think that really Musalia Mudavadi is going to be the kingpin? And I tried to ask it very openly, do you think he will win the presidency? And the reason why Musalia Mudavadi is facing wrath from the Luya nation is because people are not seeing his comeback plan. They will tell you that angekuwa kwa Raila, it will be very easy kwa sababu Raila already ana retire. But huko kwa Ruto atataka miaka 10 na Mount Kenya pia wanataka. Understand? Even though I don't know how it can transition from Raila to Mudavadi, it's because they all come from the same region. However, I don't buy that narrative. It's likely possible. Not even if not coming, but inheriting Raila Odinga supporters. This is something I have ever mentioned in this channel, that Mudavadi needed to stick with Raila Odinga so that he can inherit. But the people that you talk to there are saying that, look here, sisi hatuna shida, lakini tunaona atarudi aje hata kuwe rais. Because if Ruto doesn't win the presidency, Ruto will still seek in 2027. With Ruto still in ballot and Mudavadi is not with Raila Odinga, his chances are gloom and his chances are goofed. So this is what this gentleman said about the demeanor, or rather the personality of Emmanuel Maragoli.
Na lakini kijana wetu vile hata ukiwa kwa kiwanja ukicheza mpira unangojea wanataka kukupatia MP ufunge kwa goli, wanapatia mwingine inaharibika. Sasa kijana wetu Musalia vile alikuwa tu anadanganya, wanamwahidi tutakupatia, sasa anangojea kidogo, anaona wacha niseme. Unaona Waluya, huyo Mluya anaitwa Maragoli. Maragoli sio mtu wa kutumia hapana. Maragoli mtu wa kuenda pole. Kama Musalia ni mtu ambaye anachunga ng'ombe na naweza sema na matawi ya mti. Hata ukichapa hivi ng'ombe haumi. Na lakini wengine wa kutumia fimbo.
So wanaangalia
sasa wanaona nini hata ng'ombe ikifanya hivi sasa wanaona Musalia ni
sasa ndio shida ambayo.
Something I also realized is Omboko Milemba, who is I think the Muhaya MP, was highly praised by the voters from that area. And when you just ask who is the best performing MP, they will tell you about him. So when I find out why they are saying that he's doing a project ya kupeana chakula kwa shule, secondary schools. This is a cutting edge intervention that inasaidia sana for children to, for these children to remain in school. I found out this very interesting and a very key project that an MP somewhere, I know in this channel there are MP aspirants, if the CDF kitty can allow you to have such an intervention, then you need to sit down with Mboko Milemba and find out how exactly that is being implemented, because I realized that is very key. You shall reach out to the hearts of potential voters, because kids in high school, most probably they will be voting the following election. You are also going to reach out to the hearts of their parents, because the people I talked to are their parents, most their parents, and they are saying that was good. He even has some other stuff that is doing. He's also having what was that? Ameweka magari mbele. It's helping in these mortuary services so that mwili inatolewa inaletwa home. So I found that some of those projects are populist projects, but they are key and they are customized to the community. They reach to the community. So the issue of politicians having the elite manifestos to then implement in the villages, I think that is what sometimes brings the problem. And if you can just sit with people and find out how exactly that works out. I found out from a burial that I attended.